The fifth chase race of the season heads to the Phoenix International Raceway for the running of the Subway 500. And on the pole, second in points, Steven Taylor trying to close it on points leader Carter Friesen, who's outside the two of Luke Rainey. Then third you have Steve Larker, fourth Jonathan Buford, running out the top five you have Greg Lee. In sixth it's Trey Rainey, seventh is TJ Hanley, third in points. They have Levi Jones in eighth, ninth Griffin Lynn, and Louis Jactavo rounds out the top 10. For the rest of it you have Diego Yepez with Max Johnson. And then there's Jonathan Rains and Jack Marshall looking for another victory this season. And there's Code Luigi and Max Anderson, Danny Lloyd with Steve Morgan, and Sebastian Kukulon with Riley Sampson, along with Patrick Smith and Jake Galloway. And there's John Gamet and Tyler Fink, Stephen Baker with Andrew Miller. Then there's Jeff Bright and Justin Zidell. Carter Friesen, your points leader, starting 30th, looking for the Phoenix sweep. Eli Bright to his inside. Then you have Carson Bowers with Isaac Nichols, Larry Bouchard Jr. and Jake West. Then you have Dale Lightning and Alexander Rowe, Jay Jefferson with Colton Yo. Then you have Taylor Bryan Price and Nathan Stapleton. And in the final row, Joe Jefferson in the 41 with Benny Watson in the 32 to his outside. That's your starting lineup for the fifth chase race of the Gatorade Cup Series season number 7. Let's get going with our starting command.
In honor of the Highway Patrol's 75 years of service, gentlemen, start your engines.
Guys, let's go out there and have some fun today. Just like I said today in the meeting, this is a good racetrack. It's a good place for us. I think the pit crew is ready to go. Let's go have some fun.
It's going to be a fun day out on the West Coast here in Phoenix, Arizona. 47 laps around this 1 mile oval in the middle of the Arizona desert. Steven Taylor, second in points on the pole, looking to get to that points lead, close in, maybe even past Carter Friesen as Friesen starts towards the back. Pace car in. Let's get this going. Fifth chase race of the Gatorade Cup Series season number 7 is underway. Green flag is waving. Drivers wasting no time driving to the bottom lane. Larker to the inside, Steven Taylor, but the 31 leads lap 1 from the pole. Larker to the inside as they come off turn number 2. He's going to try and clear right there. And down the back stretch. They're looking 3 wide back there. TJ Hanley trying to get a run through the middle lane. He's going to get to 4th here in the 23 car. As Larker is out front, Jonathan Buford for 2nd in the 33. Hanley is settled into 4th. Here comes Steven Taylor back to the outside lane. Griffin Lynn coming forward in the 7 car. And Lynn, he's off of the points right now. He's not really in the points battle, but if you get a good finish here, and Friesen, if he doesn't finish well, it could be big for some of these drivers that are back there in points. Front 2 right now, non-chaser. Steven Taylor from the pole back to 3rd, but he is in line. Battle for 4th. TJ Hanley and Griffin Lynn, 2 chasers side by side. Jack Marshall further back from them. 1 at Michigan, looking for another victory in the successful Gatorade Cup Series season that he's had. He come off a 4, still side by side for 4th, but the 7 with the inside lane that's preferred in 1 and 2 should be able to make the move right here to clear. Up front, though, Jonathan Buford for the race lead, and the 33 car gets a run on Steve Larker. As Griffin Lynn does clear from 4th, Hanley falling back might fall outside the top 5, as Max Johnson, the 24, moves through to 5th. And now, some cars back to the inside. Wow, look at that run that the 24 had. Taylor for 3rd. As we look back here, Hanley trying to get clear from Jack Marshall. He might be, he jumps down low right there. He's going to get underneath Griffin Lynn right there. Bad back here inside the top 5. Larker way at the racetrack. Jonathan Buford is your race leader. 3 wide back there. Marshall in the middle. Yepez down low. Greg Lee up top. Some of the cars starting the outside still fading back. Very hard to get down low here at Phoenix if you don't get down low immediately. Through 3 and 4, you can see all the battles up here very tight up towards the front. But still leading is that 33 Jonathan Buford, but the 31 is on his tail. Steven Taylor not letting Jonathan Buford get it when he's shown. He's on the back of that 33 as they come down the dogleg. Hanley for 3rd on Max Johnson further back. Race through 3 and 4. Steven Taylor. He's just stalking that 33 right now, wondering where that weaknesses of Jonathan Buford. Back here for 3rd, still raging on to Max Johnson, TJ Hanley side by side. And Yepez looking to make it a 3 wide battle here for a top 3 spot. And Yepez is going to take a 3 wide, but the 24 backs out. 23 now up top. They come down the dogleg. Hanley trying to clear. Diego Yepez up front. Taylor back for the race lead. He started on pole in this race. RCR has had some great luck and great cars here at Phoenix before. Steven Taylor showing he's out front. Almost some contact back there for 4th. Hanley up top. And down low is the 22 there, Jack Marshall, and almost contact made between the two. Luckily, they kept off each other. They kept their cars going straight. Further back, there are cars shuffling up towards the front. Steve Morgan pulling a train of Jake Galloway and Tyler Fink, both looking for their first victory. There's Morgan driving on Hanley for fourth. Might be able to get right there. He got a great run there. Jake Galloway following him through. Galloway looking for his first victory, much like Tyler Fink is. They're going to go 3 wide inside the top 5. Hanley up top. He does not want anything bad to happen. Some contact made with Morgan. Up towards the wall they go. They keep it going straight. Contact there. The 23 and the 22 hitting off each other. 2 chasers. And now the 23 saves the car, but he's fallen back many positions outside the top 5 now, possibly outside the top 10. That's a tough break for Hanley there. He was up inside the top 10. Contact with Morgan. Luckily, he doesn't have a damaged race car, but he's fallen many spots just inside the top 10. And now outside. He's to 12th, and further back he goes. The 47 behind him. Fighting with him towards the chase. 8 AV Light Bright trying to come up forward. Colton Yo coming forward. Levi Schultz on his way down low. Up front, though, the battle for the race lead. Not really a battle. Diapez just gotten around Jonathan Beeford there for a second. Jake Galloway up to 4th. And Steven Taylor still leads, but has fellow Chevy behind him trying to run down. In fact, Steven Taylor leads. The next chaser is the 9th Griffin Lynn. And then you go further back to Jack Marshall, who's the next chaser. And then TJ Hanley, the next chaser. Oh! Contact! The 4 goes around! Trey Rainey may have also been involved. Maybe Octavo. The yellow is out. The 4th, the most damage. Racing back. Steven Taylor is going to lead us back. Yepes give me 2nd. 4th, 3rd. Galloway edges Buford. Buford 4th. Tyler Fink will be 5th. As they cross the stripe, Steven Taylor leads back to the caution flag. Jonathan Rains involved in the 4th car. Trey Rainey heavy damage. Carson Bowers possibly with damage. Octavo as well. Yellow number 1 is out. It's for a crash towards the middle of the field. We'll see these drivers should be coming down pit road. Steven Taylor should lead the train down. Looks like they're going to be able to come down pit road here, get tires, and possibly be good enough to go to the end on fuel. And this is a big saving grace for TJ Hanley, who's falling back there. He's now going to get down in line. Right there, he was 15th across the stripe, so he'd fallen back a great bit. Get down line, now you're going to have a pit stop. You can try and gain positions here. Remember, he qualified up towards the front, so you should have a good pit selection. Steven Taylor with the best pit selection. So he has the number 1 pit stall for winning the pole here today. So come down the front stretch. Yepes into his pit stall. 31. Further down, and we'll see, do they take 2, do they take 4? Do some take 2, and others take 4? We saw that in the Target Series race yesterday. 4 tires worked out. Let's have to see here. Exiting, 2 tires. Steve Larker, thought he was putting on 4. He might have just been waiting for that 2 to come in. As cars leave, Steven Taylor, the crew does their job. It looks like they get out of pit road in front. So we'll see what happened. The 4 Jonathan Rains involved in a crash towards the middle of the field. Here's the reason for caution number 1. Jonathan Rains in the 4 is up top. The 95 of Trey Rainey kind of just overdrives the corner a little bit up into the A3 of Octavo. They spin around hard to the outside wall for those 3. Rain spins around. Luckily doesn't collect anyone else. So here comes Friesen by on the inside. It's only a 3-car incident here, as Rains and Trey Rainey get the most of it, and Octavo does get some damage as well. But big there for Trey Rainey chaser and Octavo chaser. Luke Rainey just missed it. And some other chasers do as well. So caution number 1 comes out. Steven Taylor leads it back to the caution flag, comes down pit road in front, and should leave pit road in front as well. Steven Taylor could be a race leader once it gets back green here at Phoenix. Coming back to the restart, lap number 16, Steven Taylor out front. All 42 cars to the left in the race and on the lead lap. Steven Taylor leads the race. Justin Zeidel was getting some work done on pit road, so he's coming off right now. Be interested to see if he's a lap down or if he'll be just on the lead lap. So Steven Taylor leads in the 31. Diego Yepes in 2nd. Jonathan Beeford 3rd. Greg Lee 4th. And Griffin Lynn, your next chaser, in 5th. They have Jake West in 6th. Steve Morgan 7th. Levi Schoens 8th. Tyler Fink 9th. Steve Larker 10th. You have some other chasers. Jack Marshall 11th. TJ Hanley 13th. And then back here, Max Anderson 16th. Those are some of your chasers inside the top 20. Chaser Steven Taylor leads. He's dominated so far today. He leads to the green flag, and we're back racing here at Phoenix. We didn't get to see what Yepes could have done with Taylor there, as the caution came out too soon to that run, as Yepes just got up to 2nd. Now he's going to be hunting down that 3rd one. We'll see what he can do here. Greg Lee for 3rd in the 55 down the back stretch. As Griffin Lynn behind the 7. Jake West in the 14 just back there as well. Through 3 and 4, Yepes diamonds that corner well. He went high, low, and now he's going to exit top. Yepez, great corner there for the 1 car. Yepez out front. And 3 wide for third. Griffin Lynn. How about Greg Lee and John Threefer making some contact up the track? They carry each other into the wall. Around goes the 55. Saves the car. Anyone else in it? I saw Sean's got some damage. He's slowed down low. Buford slow in the pack. It's split. Oh, 55 trying to merge across the track. And they are about 5 wide through the corner. Can they make it? Yellow is out. We get back to the stripe in a logjam of cars. As some did get away. Up in front, Yepez leads us back. And the yellow comes out. Greg Lee and Jonathan Buford take a slide into the wall. And they get Levi Shones in the 10. We saw them go 3 wide down the front stretch. Griffin Lynn with a bold move in the 7 car. He's not going to be involved in any of what happens here. But Greg Lee in the 55 up into the 33, rubbing. He's way higher than he should be because he's already carrying that 33 up out of the groove. They make some contact. They hook together into the wall for the 55 and the 33. Around the 10, Levi Shones get hit the 55. Keep Greg Lee straight, actually. And then Shones got his damage. He'll come down pit road. Buford with his damage. The 55 as well with his damage. All 3 of those cars very severely damaged. A lot of cars do a great job, though, getting it slowed down and just getting around these drivers, not getting any further contact there. We're looking at it from full speed. Luckily, that was not the whole field there. Back in front, Diego Yepez just had taken the race lead. Leads us back to the caution flag, and they'll stay on the racetrack. Yepez leads us here at Phoenix. Coming back to the restart, lap number 22, Diego Yepez does lead. Justin Zaydell is in fact 1 lap down, but the rest of the cars are on the lead lap, so we still have all 42 cars on the racetrack. Diego Yepez leads 2 chasers, Steven Taylor and Griffin Lynn. They have Jake West 4th and Tyler Fink rounding out the top 5. Great day for him so far. They have Steve Morgan 6th, TJ Hanley trying to rebound after his Michigan race in 7th. 8th, Mac Johnson 9th, Steve Larkin rounding out the top 10. Taylor Brown Price look at the damage to that 15. Hopefully it's not too severe. So they come down the front stretch. We're back racing, green flag back in the air. And that 31 got a great jump. He's already looking to the inside. Through 1 and 2. Steven Taylor to the inside. Off of 2. Some contact with the 1. They're sideways. They saved their car. Keep going straight for now. We're still green flag racing. Steven Taylor to the inside. The 1 of Yepez. Gonna grab the race lead in 3 and 4. Taylor back out front. The 31 has been here so much here today. Taylor leads at Phoenix. Griffin Lynn, the 7, coming for a second to make it a chaser. 1-2 at the front. Through 1 and 2, Griffin Lynn. Look at the 31 went at the racetrack. Griffin Lynn's going to take advantage. To the inside for the race lead down the back. Great move out of Lynn. He held that bottom lane. The 31 went way high. Griffin Lynn clears. He's out front. Jake West going for 2nd. Couldn't get there. He got a little tight. And Steven Taylor's going to keep 2nd for now in that 31 car. Yepez falling back. Back to 4th, possibly 5th. As here comes Tyler Fink in the 21. Down the bottom lane he goes. He's up inside the top 5 to 4th. Hanley got stuck on the outside. He's fallen back, but he has found a hole in front of the 22. So it's currently 2nd in points, runs 2nd on the racetrack and 2nd among the chasers. Your points leader, Carter Friesen, not where he wants to be, 26th. And in front of Luke Rainey, a chaser. And the 83, the 19, and the 95. So it would be a decent points day for him. As the 31 getting carried up the hill by the 14, Jake West. That could have been close there. Fink gets around a 2nd. Jack Marshall found his way around TJ Hanley, who's not really had the best car today. Hanley's had a decent car, but it's not really anything among the other chasers. Look at Fink for the race lead in the 21 car. To the bottom of the 7 of Lynn. Hard racing at the front. Lynn leads the lap. Fink to the inside. Tyler Fink trying to get out front here at Phoenix. He's clear. 21 car to the race lead here at Phoenix. Now as Griffin Lynn make a crossover move, here he comes. In 3 and 4, that's the spot where he can make a move. He stays in line. Look at Mac Johnson to the inside for 3rd. We mentioned how Hanley's car maybe wasn't handling the best, but here he is inside the top 10 to 5th. He's in front of the 22 and the 31. These could be some valuable points for TJ Hanley towards the chase, but look at Jack Marshall hugging that bottom lane well. And Mac Johnson's teammate Eli Bright coming forward. The 88 car showing some strength here later in this race. 20 laps to go this time by. Up front for 4th, Larker. A bump up the racetrack from the 23, Hanley. And TJ now to 4th. There's a chaser in front of him, Griffin Lynn. That's a point that he can get right there, and he wants it badly. After having a dismal race at Michigan and losing so many points to Carter Friesen. He's 10 points back of him. Hanley currently runs 4th. Friesen runs 26th. And only has the 2 behind him. along with the 83, the 19, and the 95. Those are the only chasers behind. As looking up front, 3 cars pull away. The 21 leads the 7 and the 24 around. The 23 currently scored in a solid 4th. For 5th, Jack Marshall underneath Steve Larker. They have Jake West in 7th, Eli Bright 8th, Max Anderson a chaser battle with another chaser, Steven Taylor, that's 9th and 10th. Colton Young coming forward. Alexander Rowe is also in this championship battle. He's, I believe, 11 points out of the lead. As up front, Mac Johnson, 3rd. Last time they crossed the stripe. And battling for the race lead side by side with Fink this time by. And they do have lap cars Greg Lee, but I don't think he'll be too much of a factor. They might not even catch him. Even a yellow could come out and they wouldn't catch him. 17 laps to go this time by Mac Johnson. The 24 leads. Griffin Lynn to the inside of the 7 car, looking for that race lead once again. And TJ Hanley's joined the fun, make it 4 cars here for the race lead. Mac Johnson, Griffin Lynn, Tyler Fink, and TJ Hanley pulled away 5th on back battling. As Griffin Lynn looks for the race lead. Chaser TJ Hanley coming forward. Going for 3rd on Tyler Fink. Couldn't get there. Jack Marshall currently a secured 5th. With Alexander coming forward in the 72. He's up inside the top 10. He's looking on Eli Bright in the 88 for 7th. Steve Larker on the 22. Jack Marshall as up front. Hanley moving forward for 2nd on Mac Johnson. 16 laps of racing to go at Phoenix. It's getting intense in the front 4. Griffin Lynn pulls away, but TJ Hanley has grabbed the 2nd position away, coming to 15 laps of racing to go. Hanley knows the chase could ride on this race. He has to finish where he is running. And he's doing just that right now. He's running in a very good position to the inside. Side by side for the race lead. Last season's champion versus the favorite for the championship this season. Hanley to the inside of Lynn through 1 and 2. Trying to take it away, he does. TJ Hanley up front at Phoenix. Griffin Lynn sells into 2nd. Fink 3rd. Mac Johnson 4th. 5th place is now Alexander Rowe. Where does he come from in the 72 car? Much like Hanley is just in the championship battle with Carter Friesen, they are just within 1 race of that 38 car. So every point matters for those two. As up front, Tyler Fink for 2nd on Griffin Lynn. Hanley has pulled a nice little gap for now. They can easily run him down. So as Hanley grabs the race lead, Griffin Lynn 2nd, 3rd on the racetrack. Steven Taylor falling back in the 31, still fading. He was 7 points behind Carter Friesen coming to the race, and now he's within a few cars of Carter Friesen. So being stuck on the outside has hurt Steven Taylor badly. From the pole, he's led the most laps so far. He's currently scored somewhere around 20th as Carter Friesen runs 24th. Taylor would only gain, as of now, a point on that 38 car, but still a lot of racing left to be had here at Phoenix. So Greg Lee coming off turn 4. These drivers entering 3 and 4. TJ Hanley, 5 cars. And then 6th on back trying to run them down as TJ Hanley leads. 12 to go. Tyler Fink 2nd, right on the bumper. Griffin Lynn 3rd. Mac Johnson 4th. Alexander Rowe 5th. The beauty of this thing is these 5 cars have pulled away. If one gets stuck on the top side, they'll fall back to 5th and they'll be fine because Steve Larker as a whole in 6th. They have Jake West and Nathan Stapleton 7th and 8th. Eli Bright currently scored 9th, going for that top 10. And then you have Joe Jefferson, who started on the last row. He's currently up battling for a top 10. So that 41 team doing a great job here at Phoenix. Still looking for that first victory of the season, but right now 10th. Not bad for that 41. Up front, still single file with 11 laps of racing to go. Alexander Rowe moves to 4th in the 72. That's the only battle inside this front 5. Mac Johnson falls back to 5th. No one can do anything with Hanley for now, but look at Rowe. If someone could do something with Hanley, it's going to be Alexander Rowe. That 72 car so well. For 30, gets by Griffin Lynn. That is a point towards the championship. That's 10 laps left at Phoenix. Hanley leads Fink. Alexander Rowe coming forward. That 72 car has found an extra gear. He's showing right now. As he's moving forward, he's going to be going for a 2nd shortly. I would not be surprised to see this lap if that 72 does not move to that 2nd position. 3 cars under a blanket. 9 laps of racing to go. Hanley still leads Fink around. But Alexander Rowe looking for those points. He wants to get by Hanley. If he gets by Hanley and Hanley finishes right behind Rowe, they will be tied in points. No matter where they are in points, they will be tied. Here comes Fink for the race on Hanley. To the inside he gets. Run off of 4. Can he get it? 8 laps to go. Tyler Fink leads. TJ Hanley on the outside. He'll fall back to 2nd. Can he get down line, or does the 72 fill the hole? I think the 72 is down there. They have caught the 55 of Greg Lee. They'll catch him within the next few laps. Nathan Stapleton has caught the front 5, the 27. Joe Jefferson to 7th. The 41 car coming forward. Hanley way at the racetrack, but is that maybe trying to get down line because now he's in line in front of the 7 and behind the 72 as the 21 Fink is Polway is going to get to the inside of the 55 of Greg Lee. 7 to go for Tyler Fink at a first Gatorade Cup Series win on the line. He got by the 55. Now let's see if the 72 23-7 can do. Everyone wanted to get down in line there. 3 chasers in the line. Alexander Rowe, TJ Hanley. Then you have Griffin Lynn. Hanley's trying to get away from that 7 car as best he can. 6 to go at Phoenix. It's a little more spread out now for the front 3. Then 4th, 5th in a battle. Griffin Lynn trying to stay ahead. Nathan Stapleton. Now you have Joe Jefferson up to 6th. Mac Johnson 7th. Steve Larker is 8th. Eli Brighton 9th. Riley Sampson 10th. Cole Luigi trying to fight for a top 10, currently 11th. Steven Taylor, the 31. Where is he falling? Well, he's 22nd right now. Carter Friesen still right behind him, 24th. But now Steven Taylor does have some chasers. Luke Rainey's ahead of him. Jack Marshall's ahead of him. The drivers that have saved the tires for the end are the ones that are coming to the front here. And that may be the case for Alexander Rowe. He has under 5 laps to get a victory here at Phoenix. He's looking low on the 21, Tyler Fink. These two have pulled away. Hanley on back, going to be fighting for 3rd. As Alexander Rowe clears Tyler Fink easily. 4 to go, and they're 3 wide for 3rd. Hanley trying to get clear, and he does. That's not what Griffin Lynn wanted to see. He wanted to get inside that 23. But now Nathan Stapleton looking to the inside of the 23 himself. Stapleton for 3rd. As Alexander Rowe leads, Tyler Fink 2nd. We're coming to 3 laps to go. Who has the car to do it? Fink driving underneath in 3 and 4. Trying to do anything to keep that 72 up top and get maybe stuck behind the 10. 3 laps left in the Subway 500. Alexander Rowe up top. Tyler Fink down low. And who's going to get stuck behind Shones? Fink. Going to move around the 10. Or Willie. Gets to the inside in 3 and 4. Now Alexander Rowe does as well. Right back down to the bottom. Coming to 2 laps left. Tyler Fink leads. Alexander Rowe 2nd. Nathan Stapleton coming forward in 3rd, but it may be too late for him. 2 laps left. 2 miles. Alexander Rowe looking lower, looking for a way around that 21 car. He desperately needs it. He wants some momentum heading into this final few races of the chase. Griffin Lynn moves around the 10. We're coming to the white flag. Rowe moves to the inside. Tyler Fink. Off of 4, he's going to clear. White flag. Last lap in the Subway 500. Alexander Rowe leads, but does Fink on the last lap charge. Through 1 and 2, he stays in line. It's going to take a dive in 3 and 4 to do it. He may not be close enough, but we've seen bigger dives before. Off into 3 and 4. Does Fink have one last effort? He's got to show it now. He doesn't. Alexander Rowe going to close back in on the championship. Rowe wins the Subway 500. Lynn and Hanley. There's the 31. I think the 38 did beat the 31 out. But Alexander Rowe closes in on the championship. He wins the Subway 500. Griffin Lynn, TJ Hanley, other chasers inside the top 10. Let's go check the finishing results and the chase standings. Here are the finish results from the Subway 500 at Phoenix. There were 2 caution flags for 8 laps and 14 lead change among 9 different drivers. Alexander Rowe from the 35th starting position wins the race, leading 4 laps. That car was fast there at the end. Tyler Fink couldn't close in. Another great day for him. He ends up 2nd. Nathan Stapleton closing in at the end. If he had a few more laps, maybe he could have made something happen. Ends up 3rd. Griffin Lynn, great day for him towards the chase. He ends up 4th. Joe Jefferson 5th. TJ Hanley, another great day. He needed that after what happened at Michigan. Hanley ends up 6th. Eli Bright up to 7th. Riley Sampson 8th. Steve Larker 9th. And Cole Luigi finds a top 10 on a day where maybe he just didn't have a top 10 car. There's your top 20. Some other chasers here. Max Aronson 14th. Luke Rainey finds way up to 17th. May not have been the best day for Luke, but decent towards the chase. And Carter Friesen finds a way to get inside the top 20 at the end. And he beats out Steven Taylor, who fell back to 21st after leading 11 laps, the most from the pole, down to 21st. Jack Marshall hung around the top 5 for the first half of the race. He falls to 25th. Other chasers down here. Patrick Smith 31st. Danny Lloyd 33rd. Octavo 35th. Trey Rainey 38th. Having the days they want. Shones ends up a lap down, along with Justin Zedell and Greg Lee. All 42 cars running at the end. The right side are the point standings. Carter Friesen should still have the points lead, but Rowe and Hanley have closed in. Taylor has lost a point to him, but he's still within a race. So it could be very close as we're getting down to the final few in this chase. Still about 7 races left, though, before we're crowned champion. After next race, we'll be halfway through the chase. And what a race to have as we head to halfway. We'll head to Auto Club, Unpredictable, the Sony 500. I'll see you guys then.